Well, someone's getting cozy in their new habitat. I got 2 questions for our followers joining us on this beautiful Monday at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Who am I featuring on this live post, and where in the world in the Wildcat Sanctuary are they? Who is being featured and where are they? Starting out with a little quizzical question today. Welcome, everyone. I'm joined by Olivia, my media cohort.
Hi, everyone.
It is a marvelous Monday here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Happy to be joining you live. Today, we're going to be talking cat updates, specifically a cat move that has happened. Sponsors would have learned about this move this weekend, as a matter of fact. Sponsor update went out on Saturday. So now it is time to talk about it publicly here on social media. So good afternoon, Kendra, ditto, TWS family. Gorgeous sky. There it is. It's a marvelous day out. Sherry V saying good morning, Judson and Olivia, and everyone. Hey, Sherry.
Good morning.
See, Marcy Sanborn's here. Bree MacArthur. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Bree. Lisa Wallstrom, good morning. Hey, Lisa. And I asked a question earlier. I know that we're kind of having people slowly file in. Where are we and which cat is lying in the grass? It's a habitat that we've never seen this cat in, and a location that we've never seen this cat in. It's one of our rescued white tigers, but who could it be, Olivia?
I know.
Maria Vaughn's here. Judy Tull guessing Jeremy. Now that's an interesting
That is a guess.
Carrie Miller saying happy Monday to Judson and Olivia. I'm going to guess the landness monster, Nessie's cousin, and they are in the trees. Interesting. What? Help me interpret this comment again, Olivia, by Carrie Miller.
No.
I'm going to guess
Loch Ness monster, landness monster,
which is Nessie's cousin, and they're in the trees.
They're in the trees.
That's quite the comment, Carrie. I apologize if I'm being
we're flustered.
If I'm not connecting the dots there. I'm sure it's on my end, so I apologize.
Well, it's funny, Carrie. On that note, though, Katrina made some Loch Ness enrichment, so be on the lookout for that.
Good morning, Faith Warner, checking in from Wellington, Florida. Debbie Sams. We posited a question to everyone. We're talking about a cat move on today's live post. We're in wild woodlands right now, and we're wondering, where are we and which cat are we featuring?
So you just gave an extra hint.
That is a white tiger. That is Thor Jr. That's correct, Debbie. But where are we? Which habitat are we in? I guess I should give some more clues here.
I was about to say, it was kind of hard to tell from that shot.
I have kind of a perch and platform structure over there. If you walk over this direction, you're going to see right on the other side of this mound a beloved tiger pool. Daria Durza coming in and guessing correctly. We are in Daisy's former habitat. Thor Jr., who was formerly over in War Ridge next to Winona, he, as a young tiger, he gets to enjoy a new habitat. And as a young tiger, a in-ground pool. That, as a matter of fact, this is the first time Thor Jr. has ever had an in-ground pool. And he's taken to it, he's taken to it just like you would have expected him to. He's absolutely obsessed with it. Kathy Barton saying, you gave away my habitat. It certainly is one of my favorite habitat spaces, isn't it, Kathy? It's a really cool spot. It's got the tiger mound, the big platform, plenty of kind of tall foliage for the cats to stalk, and plenty of shade for him to lay in the tall grass like you see here. Looks like Jenny guessed correctly as well. A lot of correct guesses. Here's Faith Warner coming in and guessing correctly. I know Thor is kind of hanging out here in the grass, but I would like to kind of give a habitat tour to maybe show some of the things that he's getting to enjoy here, as well as some of his new neighbors. And certainly Thor was leaving Roar Ridge, and so now what's happening over in Roar Ridge, Olivia, and what are we going to go walk to after we've hung out with Thor?
Well, if you know where Thor was before, he was neighbors with Winona, living on a shared wall in a habitat that now Winona gets to enjoy both sides of. So we'll go see Winona here in a bit, but exciting for her and Thor, because now they both get kind of a space upgrade.
That's correct. I always like, and we've kind of had that, a situation kind of more than a handful of times where we've been able to have that habitat almost be what I call it the 2-for-1 special here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Winona now has 2 times the amount of outdoor space and 2 times the amount of indoor space. So she's enjoying herself over there. I was doing some feeding with caretaker Katrina this morning. Katrina is the zone lead for that area. Olivia, and Katrina said she doesn't think, since the move happened on Saturday, that she's even seen Winona come back into the other side of her yard. She's been so infatuated with her new space. And
That's awesome.
Who can blame her? It's not only new, but it's also kind of covered with the sense of that pesky white tiger neighbor she used to have, Thor Jr. So she's probably enjoying finally getting... kind of just getting her nose on some of that habitat that she's been curious about.
Yeah, she's finally like, that stinky boy's out of here and I'm the queen.
Yep,
so.
That's right. And we've kind of walked a big circle. You can see that set of trees over there is where Thor is probably still laying under. He might come over and join us here. But Olivia, I'm also going to have you kind of describe Thor's new digs and how he's been enjoying it. I know that you were able to kind of even document Thor's move. So if you wouldn't mind maybe just kind of talking about how that move went and what Thor's been thinking of his new space.
For sure. Well, as we've mentioned, Thor is a young cat. So the reason that he was moved to this space is we thought it might be better suited for him and his needs, especially with moving Daisy to a habitat that better suited her needs. But Thor is one of our more definitely social tigers with people and cats. So this move in particular posed a unique opportunity here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I would say we consider ourselves a teaching sanctuary. That's why we have our awesome intern programs. And that's what we pride ourselves on, is teaching opportunities. And so normally with big cat moves, we keep it small. We want everybody to stay safe. We want the cat to not feel overwhelmed, as moves can be a little bit of an overwhelming experience, as you can imagine. But Thor here is a relaxed guy. So for this move, interns, AmeriCorps got to watch. Even one of our media interns got to come down with me and kind of document the move. And so it was a really special opportunity for everyone that Thor Jr. kind of offered the staff and interns here at the sanctuary. But what happened was, we went over to Aurora Ridge, where he was previously living. Caretakers asked Thor to crate. He's been working on his crate training for the past few weeks, and he went right in. He's a super easygoing guy. He's willing to kind of go wherever, go with the flow. And so Thor crated. He was taken into our rescue trailer and moved over here to Wild Woodlands. And just as he easily walked into the crate, he easily walked out, and very soon after was given access to this new habitat. And right away,
let's see if we can catch him. Oh, there he is. Yeah. The caretakers did a good job of mowing the yard, but it just keeps on coming back, as it does here in a rainy summer like we've been having. But sorry to interrupt you, Olivia.
No, not at all. I think, Thor was, I just keep using the word easygoing, but he came right out. He wasn't scared at all. He investigated everything, and I think within the first 5 minutes, he was already jumping in that pool. So it was super cool to see. I know exciting for the interns and AmeriCorps to see also, since that's not something the rest of us normally get to see, that move right as it's happening. So thank you, Thor, for allowing an audience. It was a neat experience.
And Olivia, what came on that move? We couldn't just send Thor, to a new habitat without something special.
Yeah.
What's something that
Good
people
point.
could attribute with a cat like Thor, that if he is, moving around, what's he going to need?
Well, Thor Jr. is going to need that big red ball.
He is going to need that big red ball, and rest assured, it came right with Thor and was placed right in his pool. And as you would expect, he went right into that in-ground pool and did just as he does best. Sat right on top of that red ball, knocked it around, hovered on top of it, used it as his little flotation device. It's been awesome. So we got to hear from Olivia how the move itself went. certainly caretakers are aware that Thor is one of those cats who's a little bit more easygoing, but that doesn't mean we're not still checking to make sure that he's using his indoor bedroom since it's a new place, and that we aren't doing just a general kind of observations during the time period that he was recently moved to make sure that he is doing okay, because he is one of those easygoing boys, but we're still going to keep a close eye on him regardless.
Of course, and he's been in that indoor bedroom, he's been using his habitat space, the platforms, the pool, so it's very exciting. Thor had pretty high platforms in his previous habitat, but these platforms give him a nice new view of the sanctuary.
That's exactly right. And welcome everyone. If you are just joining us here, it is really a marvelous Monday here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We're hanging out with rescued tiger Thor Jr., talking about a new move that has happened during his wild at heart life here at the sanctuary. And we're kind of going to go over and see where Thor was, and now the tiger that's taking advantage of his former free roaming habitat in Aurora Ridge. That would be Tigress Winona. So hopefully we can see some cats, Olivia, as we stroll from point A to point B. But nonetheless, happy to have everyone along with us. And it really is a beautiful day. So let's hopefully see if we can catch more cats on our way over there.
I'm sure we will. It is a nice day.
And Thor just looks so at home in this habitat. And again, Olivia, it just speaks to how much of kind of a team player, if you will, of that Thor is, and how he really is kind of that go with the flow. His shoulders are relaxed. And who do we have here?
One of those new neighbors for Mr. Thor.
It is. I'm trying to see if that's a Tacoma or Rainier.
Tacoma.
It looks like Tacoma with those big satellite ears, handsome.
And has Tacoma been a neighbor to a white tiger before? I don't think so.
You know, I would have to really crunch the numbers. Callie, rescued white tiger Callie, one of our former white tiger rescues, she has lived in this habitat behind us. I don't think that those years would have aligned, but there is a slight possibility. But nonetheless, more Tiger TV for, truthfully, it's a source of enrichment that these rescued cougars find very, very fun. Tacoma, Quincy, and Rainier typically could be found clumped up along their wall here when Daisy was maybe having some pool enrichment and was making such a clatter. Well, the cougars would always kind of tune in and watch and be curious about her.
You're so handsome, Tacoma. I know.
I hear that.
Chatting.
I hear the cougar talking. And we won't hang out too much longer because you think that we have some chicken pieces hidden in our pockets. But this is a fun little moment with one of our more shy cougars. Not the most shy cougar, but a shy cougar. Although the math does add up when you look at how many of our rescued cougars, all of our rescued cougars for that matter, are wild-born. So they might not be social as some of our former captive-born rescued cougars.
Yeah, he is thinking we've got chicken, Judson.
You are handsome. And I'm glad we get a little pit stop with this special dude. And no Tarek and Paulina, they were just shifted in because they're going to have their pool clean. I was a little validated to hear, yeah, handsome. I was a little validated to hear when I was helping Katrina out with doing some feeding in feline meadows that she kind of agreed with me that she keeps coming across Tarek and noticing that his back end is wet, that his belly is wet, but she even herself hasn't seen him go in the pool. I've been wanting to catch him in the pool. I'm wondering, Olivia, it's probably going to be some of maybe the early morning hours or the evening hours. It seems like Tarek is wanting to take his dips here. I'm just going to make sure there's not a cougar in this little alleyway. Oh, it might be.
There.
In the
Donoma, I believe, is walking.
Let's see. I'd like to maybe see a few kiddos without tripping on the barrier fence there.
But yes, Tarek has definitely shown signs.
Oh yeah, I do see someone way under this tree.
Let me see if I can see who it is.
It might not be the most clear shot, but we'll zoom in. I'm thinking, yep, that's Donoma.
Okay.
See those beautiful large eyes he has.
Langley,
oh, here comes Langley.
Him.
Oh, there's our pretty lady. Hello. You can see this is a great shot of Langley. She kind of has pointed ears. I'd even say her right ear is even more pointed. You can also see the cowlick on the back, which is very indicative of Langley. And then also, if we were to see her, you're so chatty. You're always so chatty. If we were to see her standing next to her cougar brothers, you would see how small she is compared to those boys. And so that was nice.
Tacoma. Still checking in.
And Langley kind of made a little pit stop with him too.
Bunch of hungry cougars.
Yeah, that's what it seems like here. And I hate to disappoint, team, but we're not the feeding crew. Alrighty, we'll keep on heading over. I'm glad we did get a little quick dose of cougar there. This is cool, Olivia. I'm just going to slow down for a moment. I see one of the Ukraine Pride. We're doing one of their favorite activities, which is supervising here. The Wildcat Sanctuary is not only powered by amazing staff members, not only powered by amazing interns, but also volunteers who come and give their time to the cats to help make the Wildcat Sanctuary a better place for them. And these are handrails that are attached to a bridge that formerly had gone right across and made it easier to get over a ditch to the Ukraine Lion Pride. Well, now we've added some railings to that, and kudos to our carpenter volunteers for helping do that.
It looks great.
Making it safer for us humans to get across it. All right, Olivia.
I saw Noah briefly, but he kept on moving.
Howdy, Wade. How are you? We're doing good. Just having a nice sanctuary stroll, and I had to take a moment to compliment you and our other carpenter volunteer who's been doing an awesome job with some of the railing. They're going to be, I don't blame you, it's kind of hidden by the brush. So if you were to follow this road, you're going to see them on your right-hand side. Yeah, hey, I don't blame you. It's exactly, and I believe it's just a single over here as well. Awesome. Thank you, Wade. Oh, okay, I know. Always like pointing this out, Olivia.
That's what I love to see.
There maybe were, there aren't cats here now, but there were cats. This is, this is the crime scene of a former cougar cuddle puddle that most likely happened. Looks pretty fresh, Olivia.
It does.
Probably this morning. So if you can kind of close your eyes and use your imagination for a second, you could see Langley, Donoma, and Noah all kind of intertwined with one another, enjoying a nice little cougar cuddle puddle. We'll be seeing more than a handful of those kind of divots in the grass throughout the summer.
I love to see them. Little signs of happy cats.
Exactly. Well, and then it also gives context to when, we can see Langley kind of sitting under her platform, and here's Donoma too. It just gives some context to, they're in their habitat somewhere, but if they're in a cougar cuddle puddle that's maybe a little bit farther kind of set off from the habitat wall, good luck, paparazzi, on being able to get a shot of those kiddos.
But I love seeing the cougars walk through grass like this. I think they're a species native to North America. All of their stories, they are wild-born cougars, so it's really nice to see them in a natural space like that and see them use it to its fullest extent.
That's exactly right. I certainly need to catch up on some comments too, but I'm also really happy because this is kind of exactly what I wanted, Olivia, is we started off the live post with Thor Jr., and I kind of wanted to go from A to B, and we're going to B being Winona and her 2-for-1 special that she has going on over, and her new space in Aurora Ridge, and then whatever cats we got to kind of see on the way there.
I know we're getting a good stroll, good quality stroll.
So maybe, Olivia, maybe we'll take a left and kind of up our odds, and perhaps we can see Simon and Jeremy. If we don't see them, maybe we can see Shadow and Tao. And then we would have kind of curled around Aurora Ridge to see Winona. So I see Jeremy cruising around. Maybe we can hang out with you for a second, Jer Bear, so I can catch up on some comments.
And speaking of pools and tigers and pools, I was over here last week when this pool was being filled, and so only the bottom was filled with water, but Simon was still rolling around in the bottom with the toy, jumping around, splashing around, and these boys love their pool. So it's good to see it filled now.
And Jeremy, being a little kind of wondering, saying, what's that person doing over there? Wade, our carpenter volunteer, he says, I don't know, but I'm curious. Jeremy, he doesn't look too different than us, We'll go and see if we can see Shadow here. Let's see. Hey, Krista Christensen, thanks for joining us today. Oh, that's cool, Marcy. Fun little wildlife sighting for you. You saw a deer down stepping into a brook. I've always loved that kind of terminology for a creek or stream. It's pretty cool. Let's see.
I'm thinking Shadow might be in your VIP section, Judson.
She very might be. We got the 2-for-1 special and the VIP section, and surely, well, Shadow's taking advantage of the VIP section, not only because it's a good spot to hang out. She's kind of shielded by this bush here that's pretty thick, but also she knows that I helped hang the shade cloth right here, and she wants my hard work to be commended. Okay, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 thing, it seems, here.
That's the best shade cloth I've ever seen.
Yes, but Leopard Shadow enjoying her Monday morning, even though we can't get too good of a look at her. But we'll kind of keep on cruising here. I don't see Jared. Oh, there's Simon. I was going to say I don't see Simon, rather, but here he is.
Grooming under a platform.
Yep, just getting some shade in, getting some grooming in. And that's right, Kathy. It really is a beautiful day here, and I'm happy that it's a little bit more mild than what you're getting down in your neck of the woods. 100 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Keep the triple digits
away
from northern Minnesota.
We're at a low 70 today.
That's exactly right. Just looking for some more comments here. Torben sending some stars. Thank you for that, Torben. As always, you're so generous with those stars and generous to the sanctuary in a variety of ways. Be it those stars, you're a sponsor to Mini Cats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, boys, you guys keep on enjoying the shade. Olivia, let's see if we can maybe see what Bobcat Tao's up to. And then we get to go and see Winona, who I'm very much looking forward to getting some Winona chuffs and seeing what she's up to in her new space.
I look forward to you getting some Winona chuffs.
Yes, for those who might remember, Olivia claims that Winona can be a little reluctant about giving chuffs to her.
Well, especially when you're around. She really just snubs me every time you're around, Judson.
Well, we'll see. Oh, Tao, you couldn't look any more perfect.
That's a great spot, Tao. She says, well, I'm gonna come say hi. Turning, I saw it in her face.
Yeah, I saw the little...
Staff, the trailer, the Suburban. She was right up here watching everyone. Tao is on the move all the time, always aware of what's happening here at Sanctuary.
She is, and another thing that I love about Tao, and I think it just kind of adds to your point, Olivia, is Tao's always one of those cats that strikes me as one that has a full agenda.
Yes.
And she has, no time for that agenda to be obstructed. And
look at her marching away.
Exactly. I mean,
agenda.
She kind of realized that Olivia and I weren't the magical caretakers who bring the delicious food to her, and so she's kind of back. I'm going to see if I can get a better look of her over on that platform now. But Tao, she just knows how to keep her calendar full, and I always just kind of get a kick out of that. Always enjoying enrichment, maybe enjoying the humans around her habitat like you were just describing, Olivia.
Yeah, and I think I enjoy that about Tao too, because she is an older lady. She's still on the move. She's an older bobcat, and she really uses this full habitat. She's not just lounging around all day.
Yeah. And especially too, since she's a senior lady, lots of spots to get out of the sun, stay cool. You can see her doing kind of exactly that. She's got her dog glue and a variety of spots.
She's smart about it.
Exactly, where she can do so. And sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, we did have a little bit of internet drop there, but looks like we're back. I always recommend just backing out of the stream and coming right back in. Sometimes that will kind of right the wrongs that were set in place by that internet disruption.
And I think our pretty lady's ready to give us a tour.
Yeah,
She's meeting us.
Good afternoon, pretty girl. Oh, great,
so
Chuffs.
Sweet, Winona.
Good, Chuffs, my word, pretty girl. So, well, the scenery that we're finding Winona in here is certainly familiar. This is still Winona's habitat, but now, given Thor Jr.'s move that we showed off at the beginning of this live post, and sponsors, of course, would have heard about it this weekend, well, now she not only has her former habitat, well, she has Thor's former habitat as well. So, as I keep saying, Olivia, it's kind of the 2-for-1 special here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So, Winona, you're always so good at kind of walking along the habitat wall with us, although she is kind of in one of her positions of patrolling for food. So maybe she will come with us. We'll see.
You know, Judson, on YouTube, I love watching videos of like architectural digest of stars walking people through their homes. That's what I imagine when
this is the MTV Cribs for the Wildcat Sanctuary.
Off to a strong
Winona,
start.
You better not have a refrigerator full of Cristal, or I don't even know what we're gonna do. Yeah.
She says, first, check out my freshly mowed grass. It's a very nice habitat feature.
I feel like that could be a fun TikTok. Olivia is doing like the Wildcat Sanctuary version of Cribs. Like,
I know.
This taiga penthouse at 10,000 square feet.
Maybe you can narrate it.
Yeah, filled with the taiga in-ground pool and the taiga barrels.
What? I love that voice, Judson. That's a new one.
Well, that's I feel like that was kind of the voice they used on MTV Cribs, so it's me doing my best. All right. Well, Miss Lady, we're going to keep moving. I stopped because you were rolling around, but I am hoping, Olivia, we'll try to see if she kind of joins us here.
I have faith. Oh, Winona. Give us a tour.
Well, she says I now have the 2-for-1 and I can go over there whenever I want. And for now, I'm going to stay right here. But we're just going to jump over to that habitat quickly. We're seeing some feedback for our Cribs idea. Really could be fun, even just to describe. Maybe if we were to do each one as a kind of a species, as a tiger habitats are kind of similar across the board, while a lion habitat looks the way it does, and a bobcat habitat, and so on. Here is Winona's not in-ground pool, rather, her above-ground pool. Of course, we still want to fill it for her. We do know Winona not to be the biggest swimmer here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We are still filling it for her, gives her a little extra water source. Katrina did say this morning that she was kind of nosing around that ball that was floating in there, so that's fun to see.
That's a fun little bit of enrichment right up there, Judson, the freshly mowed grass pile.
I see that. Simple but effective. It really is funny how it's kind of the little things that you might not think about that are absolutely great pieces of enrichment, and the fresh cut grass go a long way. Let's see here, Olivia. I'm glad that we're doing a little bit of a habitat tour for Winona.
It is funny, though, that at the beginning of the live, you were mentioning how Katrina said she hadn't seen her in the other side of the habitat. And now we're here, and she's not in this side of the habitat.
Well, and she knows that that's where she can get the best look at where those caretakers are, and that's how she's going to be able to make sure that she can clamor to get her food the first and the fastest.
Absolutely. And you know, I did see Pandora when we were walking out
Yeah,
earlier.
we're going to go over and say hi to that pretty gal. So, holy buckets, look at that barrel. I don't think it'll be lasting too much longer with how much work Winona's put into that thing.
And Winona might be headed over. I just saw her. Maybe give her another moment if you spot her, Judson. But yes, I was hearing caretakers talk about this barrel and how it wouldn't be in here much longer.
Well, Winona, we'll see what Miss Pandora's up to. I see the AmeriCorps team kind of dropping off some lumber because they're going to be helping out with Wade, our carpentry volunteer. Fun to see Gino kind of already stationed up, as well as Lioness Sophie getting ready to do some supervising of their own. And I hear Leo starting a lion song way, way across the sanctuary. And Alana and Aurora getting ready to do some supervising too, Olivia.
And Pandora too. Everyone's ready.
I don't blame them. It's exciting. Yeah. A little human enrichment. We don't mind that at all. Well, marvelous, Olivia. I'm happy we did a nice little sanctuary stroll, and kind of a sanctuary stroll with some intention. Here, we can walk across and say hi to Alana and Aurora with some intention. We started out with Thor Jr., who just moved over to a new habitat in Wild Woodlands, and we got to circle back over and see what Winona is doing now that she's been giving Thor's old habitat and still has access to her former habitat here in Roar Ridge. And on the way over, we got to see Tacoma cougar, we got to see Langley cougar, Donoma cougar.
Quite a few cats today.
We got to see a little bit of shadow, kind of veiled by a tree in her habitat. But I'd say it was a nice little sanctuary stroll. Looks like we're ending with some lions here. Oh, speaking of being hidden by bushes. There we go, pretty girls.
I like the different strategies they're taking. One under the pavilion supervising, and one up at the fence.
Exactly.
Covering their bases.
And who's who, Olivia?
Aurora up here, Alana up there.
That's correct.
Yeah, so, well, I'm saying up there. That's very vague. Alana on the pavilion.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. Well, everyone, I want to thank you all for joining in today and partaking in this live post. You could be anywhere right now, but you came to be live with us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and also you do so much for our rescues here, and we just love being able to connect with you, our supporters who do so much for our cats. Are we going to get a hello before we sign off the live post here, Miss Alana?
She's hiding behind the
I know,
tree.
I'm always having to kind of keep moving here. But it's a full week here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We're going to be talking about it later this week, but it's not only Caregiver Appreciation Day, not only have some fun kind of International Lynx Day, International Cougar Day, but this Saturday is one of our 2 on-site donor events. So we're looking forward to talking about Summer Safari in detail, as well as commending some of the staff and interns who have been busting their tails to get the sanctuary ready for this twice-a-year opportunity for our top donors to come. So still a big week ahead of us, Olivia, and I'm looking forward to tuning in live and checking in with our supporters about it all.
Absolutely. It'll be fun.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday today. Up you go to get some vitamin D, Miss Alana. And have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, we'll see you back here at the Wildcat Sanctuary.